I have with me Johnson Verghese, Managing Director of Fossil India. Thank you, Johnson, for joining us.
Thanks, Nithid. It's absolutely a pleasure to see you back here.
So, Johnson, the perception for e-commerce, especially in India, is that it is a high growth channel, but profitability not as yet. But Fossil India has proven that there is high growth possible along with profitability as well. So how did you manage it?
That's a great question for one reason, because I think it's been an evolution, and I don't think we were as clear about everything that at the point of time we started. We actually got into the e-commerce business quite early. 2016 is when we launched e-commerce in India. And I guess we were learning like everybody else in the business, trying to learn and figure out what was right. But I think there were some elements of our business that we thought was core to our business. One is that we are a fashion-driven company, and the consumer determines what is fashion. Two is that I think from a consumer point of view, I think the consumer wants to look at experiences irrespective of where they buy from. They want to see consistent experiences across. And we thought that was very important. What does Fossil as a brand, or in our case, there's a whole plethora of brands. We've got 8 brands in the country today, all global brands. What does that brand mean to the consumer, and what is the consumer looking for from the brand? And we thought it's very important to ensure that that touch point, whatever that message is consistent across every channel that we are in, irrespective of the channel. And that drove us to kind of evolve to the point that we are in. E-commerce is definitely where our consumers are going. Our consumers are going online. What we did in that process was work with each of the platforms and figure out what the strategy was, what was their intent, and what was the goal. We've recrafted our strategies, we've recrafted our product assortments, our marketing strategies to deliver what the platforms wanted. And I think one of the reasons we are perhaps where we are today is that we've been able to achieve that growth working along with the platforms pretty intensely at every level, not just in terms of having annual business plans and reviews, but also to the extent of actually a far more granular level of getting into operating systems, of getting into a consistency in terms of business, making sure that our plans were visible across the year. We are a category that has a long lead time in terms of manufacture, so we dovetailed all our partners into our cycle. We spent a lot of time. I think our partners have a fairly decent understanding of our business today as much as we have, because we spent so much time explaining our business model as it stands. The net resultant of all this has been that we've been able to get all channels growing. We've been able to get the e-commerce channel being profitable. That is because we've got products that are aligned with that drive growth. The one common principle that we've applied across is that when the consumer sees our fashion products for the season, they see it consistently in a certain form, both in terms of how it's visually presented as well as what prices are, etc. And so the look and feel is consistent irrespective of the channel. Beyond that, we've gone into working out strategies that drive growth with every individual player. And I think it's the sum total of all of this, and of course a lot of time and effort and energy spent, and very receptive partners who've got us to where we are at.